Shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks! So hello there all, and welcome to the channel here for a new video on the channel. So then, today I wanted to start up some more theories relating to the upcoming 2023 Ninjago season itself, as it's been kind of a while since the last one. And as I said that, I mentioned 2023 as if we're not already in 2023. Kind of crazy, I still can't get used to that fact, but it is what it is. Anyway though, in this video we're going to be talking about a question, and this is one that's been gaining a fair bit of traction in the community recently, from what I've seen at least. So today, I wanted to give my take on this because, if I'm being completely honest with you, I say this a lot, but seriously, I think this is a really interesting topic that would make for a good video here. Now, essentially, this entire thing is centered around the topic of the ninjas' elemental powers and when they could possibly be getting them back. As of course, in Crystalized, Season 15, whatever you want to call it, the ninja actually ended up losing their elemental powers right at the very end, and that was that. We know for sure they will definitely be coming back, if we're being honest, quite obviously, as, well, Ninjago never seems to have permanent consequences. It has quite a track record of, you know, kind of getting rid of things and then instantly bringing them back. But there's also the fact of, because Wu said they would return eventually, and also we definitely know they will, even more so now, due to an upcoming book centered around this entire topic. However, despite all of that, and despite all of what I've literally just said, will they already have them in the season after potentially getting them back in this particular book? And by the way, I'm going to hopefully leave an image of the book up on screen now, but the book is called something along the lines of The Quest for the Elemental Powers. Do not quote me on that exactly, but it is something along those lines, and I believe it's set to release over the next few months, if we're being honest, as, you know, we're already in February. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was set for release in, like, maybe late February, March, April, around that kind of time. But back to the main topic. This is a very, very interesting question in my opinion. I'm not too sure, as books aren't obviously mainstream Ninjago content, and definitely here, not every Ninjago fan has access to these books, and not everyone can afford them, or can buy them in their country or whatnot. So I find it very hard to believe that they would explain it in a book, and would have their powers back without explanation in the main TV series, right? You guys get what I'm saying here? Unless the question fails in this book, right? They go on this quest for elemental powers to get them back and whatnot, and they don't get them back in this book, and it kind of ends up as a big failure. So it's just kind of like they're selling this whole book as, oh, are they going to get their powers back? And in the end, they don't get their powers back, and then that flows into the season. You guys catch my drift here? I hope this makes sense, but I could definitely see that happening. Maybe, at least, maybe. But I think that the most likely option here, anyway, is that they won't have their powers for the first few episodes, but they will then regain them in some form of, well, rushed manner. Hate to say it, but it is just what it is. Essentially what happened with Nia, and how she had a very abrupt return. I could easily see the same happening here. It just makes sense, in my opinion. After all, the ninja do definitely lose their powers over and over again, and they regain them just as quickly as they initially lost them. So for the same thing to happen again here, you know, it's definitely not out of the question in the slightest, in my opinion, and honestly, I would absolutely not be surprised at all, right, if this was to happen and this was the case, and they maybe spend the next 3 episodes in the new season not having their powers, and then maybe in episode 4, 5, somewhere around that, definitely before episode 7, I'd say, they somehow get them back, and everything is alright in the world of Ninjago, and the ninja get them back. But maybe for the first few, again, they spend this time kind of dealing with the loss of their powers and struggling without them, and then eventually, somehow they get them back. Think of what happened with Crystalized with Nia, but instead with elemental powers. So I hope this all makes sense to you. Obviously, these are just my own personal opinions and thoughts on this. Nothing is confirmed, but I hope you did enjoy it for what it was here today. So be sure to drop all of your own thoughts on this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a like on it if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and hit the notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new videos whenever I do first release them. And with all of this being said, well, I'll see you all very soon for my next one. Goodbye.